Good morning, you beautiful animals. Welcome back to Hollywood Animal. We're coming back off of our little live stream that we did where we got a little bit further along. Funds are low, right? We're still working on getting our reputation back up, but we got some films in the works, so that should be pretty good there. Thank you guys again for all the comments and all the advice that you've been giving me. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to implement it as much as I can. I do want to you know, continue to go in a little bit blind. I don't mind so much like the advice in terms of like how to optimize and how to make things better. I think that's really helpful. Just, no like future spoilers. Like I want to see, what happens in Act 2 for myself and stuff like that. But other than that, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. All right. So, Souvenir from the Congo. 5.7, 5.6 out of 6. So this isn't one of the films that we created. We're just kind of trying to plug along some movies before we invest into like our big story writing process. Second unit, Randy. Yeah, let's go. Okay, and then we have Bad Girlfriend. So, okay, remember, if you guys didn't see the live stream, you can go back and take a look at it. I uploaded it to this playlist. Right now, people are a little bit upset with our studio because we're being a bit avant-garde. And, we're kind of pushing the envelope a little bit. So Ambitious Woman is now stale. All right, it is what it is. So if you guys didn't see it, this is kind of like our version of the film with Demi Moore, like striptease, right? It's got swearing in it. It's got nudity in it. She's from a small town and goes to the big city. She has an angry boss, love interest. So it is really well in terms of like the story put together. It's just we've used Ambitious Woman a lot. So instead of maybe like taking this hit, what we could do is just decide to like not release it. We have some better editors here and better composers. These guys were, a little bit expensive, but they're ultimately good for our studio. So I think what we could do here is, maybe what we could do is, I don't know if we could shelve at this stage, right? And just like not release this film until it's ready. It's still pretty strong. Also, too, we're kicked out of the Alliance, so I need to get back in there so I can start trying to win some Pollux. Okay, so maybe that can just stay there. Like we'll just leave that notification there until it's not so stale, I guess. All right, Paralyzing Fear, Daring Adventure, American Civil War, Tribal Chief. I didn't write this one, so it's fine. Sure. So, what we could do here is we could do, well, maybe like this. All right, 4.0. So let's put this. We're not going to have really anything else because I'm not going to release Bad Girlfriend until that becomes a little bit better. And we can do it in 3 weeks. Let's apply that there. And then we're going to do some advertising. So we're going to kind of go 4 weeks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just to here. All right. So this is good for men and young men. So let's put Spark in on this. Let's see. Middle-aged people, would that be men? So this is our magazine. We could do radio here, and then they read at the bus. So maybe if people are taking the bus to work, or maybe, you know, guys are driving to work. I would like to see this a little bit more refined so I can have a better idea of what I'm doing there. Like, what's the right advertising? You know what I'm saying? So, like, Outside Verdun is just nuked. Like, it's just another... It's not doing great. The Rusty Horn. Ayo. What is this title? Hey, honey, you want to go see a movie this weekend? Oh, what's it called? Oh, I don't know. It's called The Rusty Trombone. Ugh. Action, thriller, drama, historical, great war with an ambitious woman, serial killer, and betrayal. Alright, so we can't really be using ambitious woman because it's just not working, right? So, also, too, like, our ideas aren't the best. Rotten Fates is good. That's got fresh elements. You know, we have the ability to do this, so let's start Rotten Fates. Cinematographer Pedro. Soundstage. He really likes shooting on soundstages, huh? Alright. Pespero Extra Framatone Pure. Extras. I mean, this is the script we purchased for $1,000 back in like the very beginning of our studio here. So both of these guys have one movie left, so I kind of want to give it to like Paul. He's good with romance. Yeah. We're gonna give this to Paul, and then we're gonna re-up with him. Obviously, I think we're gonna go big. We're gonna go big here, boys. Got some people in their 40s here, you know, which isn't really old to me. I'm not that far off from there, but like it's old for Hollywood, I guess. All right. Character has developed a new trait. Lonnie is an addict. Lonnie, been hitting the sauce too much there? So again, we're not invited to the Pollux Awards because of the fact that I'm not in the Alliance. Right? So we need to find a way to get back in the Alliance. But if we do that, that means that they're gonna tell us what we can and can't make. And I'm not a big fan of that. But also, I want to win awards because that's part of the boutique. You know, that's part of the mission tree for the boutique. I mean, we're not. There's nothing here that we can win. We're not invited. We're just showing up to show support. So. Yeah. I know. So the reason that we got kicked out of the Alliance, dang, this turd of a movie. Look at that. That just got crushed. Wow. We don't have anything else at the moment, so... I mean... What harm is this going to do? None, right? Because our next movie... Because Bad Girlfriend isn't getting released because it's stale. Yeah. I mean, just see if you can limp on. It's a good film. It's a good artistic story. We're not doing any more advertising, obviously, so, you know, just... I guess see what you can do there. Let's see if we can at least get it positive, because we don't want to take a reputation hit. You know, that's going to be a problem. Workers at Union Steel Motors in Flint have achieved a twofold increase in wages In their employment, they have sent an unmistakable signal to the entire country. The era of widespread poverty is behind us. We can now expect significant increases in worker income across all industries. Uh-huh. I mean, good, right? That's good. We should have our writers writing. So we don't have the setting for a horror yet. I mean, we could do like yeah, that's a good one. Shout. It's gonna be a horror thriller. It's gonna take place in a modern American town, obviously. Small towns work for horror. Protagonist is going to be what? Farm girl? Antagonist is going to be a what is Ghostface, guys? He's a serial killer. Right? Ghostface is a serial killer. Okay. We have a sheriff. Yes. We have Dewey, right? We have, you know, a love interest, right? Themes and events. Ooh, betrayal. Seemingly good character, right? We have vivid violence. We have generous profanity, right? I guess we have, I mean, oh, hold on. And then finale is the I mean, technically the antagonist gets killed, right? But then, you know, someone else picks up the Ghostface mantle. So maybe we need to like maybe we need to like research sequels. Maybe this could be the rise of our sequel empire, right? And then let's do an action movie for Felix. What's a good action movie? I mean, it's just, you know, a normal man starring Jason Statham. It's an action, you know, thriller, right, with a bit of drama thrown in. Takes place in a modern American city. Protagonist is Jason Statham. He's a working man. Antagonist is, you know, a murderer. Okay. So what is the difference between this and Shout? Well, Shout is, you know, so atmosphere, right? The music, the setting, the tone, you know, stuff like that. We got a worried wife. Sure. And themes and events. Avenging loved ones, right? You know, shootout. You know, we could throw vivid violence in there, right? And then, you know, we could say the protagonist dies heroically. And then that gives us room to fit in like another character. You could have sheriff, maybe. Sheriff is more like Western, right? Sheriff is more Western. I think this worked. Okay, so we have our working man. He's a normal working guy. Murderer comes and, kills his wife. So he goes to avenge her. So by that nature, he's committing crimes of necessity. There's vivid shootouts, blood, gore, violence, and then the protagonist at the end, dies. It's not bad. It's not bad. And then let's get something for Bernard as well, right? So, Bernard is going to do our dramas. And what should we do for Bernard? We should do... we're going to do... Okay, so what is this going to be? This is going to be a drama. It might just straight up be a drama. Okay. Takes place in a modern American town. Protagonist is... we'll do a working... Well, we haven't really got Rosie the Riveter type stuff yet. But, we'll do a corrupt official. Supporting characters. Angry boss. Can do a worried wife. Okay, themes and events. Struggle for a better life. Social rejection. Generational conflict, maybe. And then the protagonist actually gets a chance for a better life, right? Just like what happened in, that news article we just read. So this is basically like we're starting to move into like films mirroring modern events, right? So, there's a steel worker. He works at the Ford plant. There's a corrupt official. He's trying to keep their wages low. His wife is worried because he's slipping into alcoholism. His boss is angry because, it's all tough. So he's on the outs, but he's fighting the good fight. He's on the picket line, trying to get those wages up. The corrupt official obviously is like, oh, like we can't do that because that's how it's always been done. But at the end, they overturn it and then they get better wages. Would I go see this movie personally? Like, I don't know. It's not really I wouldn't go see it in theaters, We're about, I don't know, 90 years away from, we're about, 80 years away from streaming. So, I would definitely see it in streaming. It might be one of those movies you sit down and ooh, old friend turned enemy. That's awesome. That's good. Yeah, we could use that going forward as well. Outside of Verdun is continuing to poop the bed. Double IP generation. Okay. Double reputation would be good. Reputation for loyalty. Sue's reputation grows if the staff's loyalty is above 70. Where do we see that? Oh, I think you have to go out. Yeah. Average loyalty is above 70, right? So... Reputation for loyalty? Sure. And you're looking a little weathered there. I mean, I know it has a stale element, dude, but like I have to. We're gonna have to just release this film. I can't have a film just sit there and not make us any money, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this needs what, like 4,000, 3,000. 2,000. But I know it's, oh god, I know it's stale, dude. So this might be one of those like Andy mistakes. This might be one of my this might be one of like my stumbling blocks. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. It's expensive. So women and young women, Velvet Gloss for sure. Quoted in kitchen arguments. Okay, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, ladies deserve to be in the. No, I'm trying to intellectual young people. Sure, I'm trying to be like, how does this advertising work? And as someone who has worked in advertising, yeah, man. So like, it's a year. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna have to end distribution on this one. It takes a hit, right? Like, reputation takes a hit. We lost money on it. You know, just back to making not great movies right now. So, Felix leveled up. That's great. I spent $1 million on, you know, Paralyzing Fear. So it's going to have to make up for that somehow. If a nominated film doesn't win an award, those involved in making it will lose happiness. Oh, that's good. That is good. I mean, you know, we could go with cheap illegals. Employees won't drop when their happiness won't drop when their loyalty falls below 10. After film's release, everyone who participated will receive a happiness boost. I mean, what is mothball? Mothballing buildings at studios that cut costs. Mothball buildings cease to perform their functions but incur, you know, utility costs, and the staff salary during downtime is halved. Huh. What would I mothball, though? I mean, let's try that. Rotten Fates. It's still a good film. Still fresh elements. It's a good script. You know, everyone did their part. I mean, I spend a lot of money on these films, right? Like, but Paralyzing Fear in week 2. Protecting the Witness. Ooh. Little Harrison Ford? Little Witness? Sure. Sure. I like that. I mean, week 3, we're still down 400. So week 4... Oh, God. Why won't... Oh, that's ours. Oh, yeah. Why is this at 0? I don't know. Let's do 2,500. We'll do like 2,000. 1,500. And if it doesn't do well by then, it doesn't do well by then. We made some money back, obviously, you know? So we're staying away from going bankrupt again. Drugs in the studio. The courier's been selling drugs for the policy chief. Has stopped coming in the studio. Okay. So now we can get 9 story elements. That's excellent. All right. How about we could do new story elements every 3 months is pretty awesome. I like that. Right. That just popped up. So what oh, right. I need to do this. Come here, Peter. Do security training. We could threaten someone. Do alcohol in the studio. Heard you always got a lot of trouble in Hollywood with drinking. There's either smashing in telephone poles or turning fistfights into knife fights. It's fucked up, and it's all because the drinking cheap junk doesn't make you angry. So the name of friendship. Yeah, I mean, maybe that gets more butts in seats. 7'6" actress. We're gonna keep her. I don't really have money for this, but and you know, she is cheap. Souvenir from the Congo. And it's got stale story elements, dude. Ah. And like, I don't know how to shelve it at this stage. Shoot. What if I did this? The project we pulled from pre-production, the script will go back on the shelf. You may return to it later if you want. Yeah. I mean, it's an A, right? Bone Grinder absolutely loves it. Like, this is a good film, you know? So the fact that it's a good film. All right. Good job, Vincent. We're going to get you up there. Jeez, dude. I sent you to school? I mean, that technically is the reason to, like, ask for more. But, you know, I'm going to say no because I'm investing in your... I'm investing in your future, Vincent. Okay? You think I'm doing this because I want it? No. I'm going to make you a better writer. Paralyzing Fear did make a profit. It's not a great profit, and I don't think we have anything. So, I mean, it still made money. It's good reputation. Got us a little bit out of the hole there. You know, not a lot, but maybe a little bit. Okay, hold on. If we go here and go to finances, this was brought up to me. Income, distribution, rental. Okay. Where do we get to see... Oh, man. general staff is so expensive. So income is the rentals for outside of Verdun and paralyzing fear. I guess I don't know what that means. Like, how should we take a look at this here? Oh, sorry about that, guys. Steam popped up with something. Yeah. I mean, we got to do it. We got to do it just to stay in our good graces. We have 1 year to pay $1.2 million. We have 1 year to pay $2.4 million with an interest rate of 22%. I mean, we just got to do it to... And we can always repay early if we get back in, like, the black here, right? We just can't have one of those situations happen where we're losing out, right? We're constantly losing reputation. We're constantly running out of money. Okay, so Bad Girlfriend turned out to be a pretty good film, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down all of this, and we're just going to run it here. Okay. Good. Now. Right. Right. I definitely want this guy to stay in our stable of directors. Okay. Medical insurance. Let's do a bit of whiskey. We're going to do a 50-50 contract. So 4738. 73800. Apply. Not even close. So we're going to do 200,000 up front and then 200,000 on the back half. Jesus. Right? It's almost... Yeah, it's like almost like 250,000 on the front half, but you know, we just took out that loan. He's a great director, so we're going to use him in something. Rotten Fates stays at a 7.7, has fresh elements. As long as they stay fresh before it gets out of, you know, post-production. And I mean, with Roxy here, you know, with Eddie here, film contracts. That's super helpful. I mean, we could just lock in, right? We could just really just lock in. Let's do a 5-year contract because this will help with our cinematographer or producers. That'll help with producers, right? Bad Girlfriend is still crushing it. 14%. Wow. All right. I mean, we don't have anything else here. I don't have any other films, right? So there's no point of me like trying to do math on this one. I think just let it ride. We're just gonna let it ride. I'm not paying for advertising. Those are my own studios. You know, we could go and buy more studios. Our film lab is not great. Dang, stuff is just kind of falling apart. I don't need these. Oh, Daryl died of a sudden illness. Dang. All right. Rotten Fates. Drops a little bit. Which I'm like, how? Okay. Sure. Alright, so we need 2,500 here. You know what? Let's call it 3,000, actually. It's a pretty good film. It's a little bit above its station, but, you know, we can drop this pretty sharply. Fine. I mean, it's fine. One, two, three, four. One. Women and Young Women, Velvet Gloss. This one. And magazines. Okay. Bad Girlfriend's coming out. You know, we're not really making that much, but if I were to just like drop this down, you know, do like a really limited run for, if we were to do just like a really, really limited run for the next 4 weeks because we don't have any films, like what are they gonna do? You know? Go watch the other movies, I guess, but like at least it gives us an opportunity to still keep, you know, still make that money, right? We got 3 films that are, 3 scripts that are being written. All right, A Factory in Flint. It's a 7. It's a great script. Coleman, yeah, you agree. Coleman gets it. He knows I'm a great writer. Bernard, good job. Fresh ideas. Yeah, start this project. Cinematographer. Here we go. Herbert. Soundstage B3. Can I get any free 3 stars? Yep. Okay. Hespero Extra, Framatone Pure. Just give it all its best chance for success. Producer, Henry. Director. Yeah, he's good with drama. Working Man. Terry. Angry Boss. Lonnie. Worried Wife. Yeah. Winnie. Corrupt Official. How about Dick? 133 days. $544,000. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Shout is our horror film. Horror tends to be like a cult classic, so, you know, you don't get super amazing scripts with horror because of the fact that they're like, they're more like that kind of, horror tends to be like that fan, like that bargain bin, you know, but people absolutely love it. You know, they go crazy for it. So I think it's okay with this one if we have Anthony, And then soundstage B2. Can I get any free 3 stars? What does this button do? Oh. Yep. I mean, we're just going to shoot everything on studio. Just shoot the whole thing on studio. And horror, if you do it atmospherically enough, like, you can get away with it being a little bit, like, cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to put everything into a horror movie because of the fact that it's meant to be, like, campy. It's meant to as long as it gives you that, like, shock and awe, right? As long as it gives you that kind of, like, oh my goodness, you know? Like, we have vivid violence in here, so put Woodrow in. Our farm girl, you know, I think Jane would be fine here, right? She's done science fiction, she's done thriller. You know, even, do I have someone younger? I mean, we do, but, like, how bad do I want to, like, hurt this film? You know, I mean, I guess we could put Thelma in, because she's, like, 26. We have a love interest who... You know, we could throw in... I think Bob looks more like a younger guy, like a teenager. And then, you know, we can get some star power coming in here with... Like, Boone could bring some of the star power, for example, and then the serial killer... Like, they might see it coming, you know, because he's played a bad guy quite a lot. But, like... So the sheriff is older. You have our quote-unquote, air quotes here, teenagers, right? Like, very Hollywood. I know they're in their 20s, but we're gonna shave their beards. They're gonna play teenagers, and then, you know, Walter is one of the teenagers who turns out to be Ghostface. Sure. Right? Bad girlfriend's still making money. This sex sells, let's be honest. Yeah, Normal Man, I wrote this. This is great. It all works well together. Cinematographer is going to be Pedro. You know, soundstage is going to be B1. Okay, good. This is the only technology we have. I should probably look into that before it gets outdated, but what are you going to do? You know. Let's do it a bit like this. Producer on this one. Man, I should probably get rid of some of these guys. But I can't, because you're under contract with me. Shoot. Unless there's a way to early terminate contract. We're going to let Vernon go. I mean, let's give it its best chance here. He's known for comedy, and this is like an action film. Our working man here is going to be Lonnie. Our worried wife is going to be, she's got to be someone a little bit younger. Jane could be a good worried wife. And our murderer here is going to be... He's been a bandit. He's been an evil monster. He's been a clumsy oaf. I guess if we do this, it would really kind of drop it down, this film down a little bit. It might. But like they all seem very happy, so the happiness of the crew could really help here. They all seem pretty loyal. This will be his last movie with us. Yeah. All right, that's 3 down the pipe. Three-year loan. Oh, man, I should have... Huh. Dang, I should have done that. How about our interest rate at 18% would be pretty good? Fred Carpenter won the mayoral election with 53% of the vote. This will be his 3rd time in office. Carpenter had nothing to offer voters aside from charisma and popular slogans. Yeah, he's a populist. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, we're not making any more money on this, so let's take the dub on that one. Roberto is known for nudity. Send this to our archives. That gave us a bit of money, a little bit of a cash infusion there. We need writers to be writing. Oops. Rotten Fates, go. It's an A-. When the one thing in the movie's favor is that it could have been worse. Critics are just so tough. What a tough business we're in. Make that money back, please. Hold on. What do I got going on here? Oh, everything's happening at once. Good. So a factor in Flint stays at almost an 8. It's impressive. I like that. And then Shout comes out. It drops down a little bit. Again, it's a different type of genre. Horror doesn't... It'll be a pretty long time before horror starts becoming, like, really... The director will not film unnecessary scenes, helping reduce film time. Does that also make a lower quality film? I mean, we could really save some money here, huh? A normal man, it's okay. Audience like it a little bit more than the critics do. We knew things were gonna hurt here, but it is what it is. I mean, if we can make it faster, we can make it cheaper. Yeah, sure. Okay, I would love to see Rotten Fates make some money in week 1. Made about $600,000. Oop. Okay, what is this? The director wants Terry Rogers to do some heavy physical work in the close-up. He wants his hands calloused like a real worker's. The actor's category against it. The ladies don't like calluses. I mean, Terry, you got to listen to your director here. It's acting... You're playing a different character, okay? It's not about the ladies in your life, right? It's about the story. It's about the character you're playing. Like, that is your job. Your job is to play someone... charismatic criminal as a protagonist. Woohoo! A goal-oriented, assertive, and charming character in his way on the wrong side of the law. Although technically the numbers among the bad guys, his personal and professional qualities are captivating. Hell yes! That's fantastic. We can definitely make a movie with that. Who would be good with this? Felix, maybe. So, this is going to be a shameless self-plug, guys, okay? But this is basically like in the genre with the main character, like my actual novel that I wrote is about, which is called The Bad Bunch. Okay? And it's a noir, right? So noir is a bit of action. It's a bit of drama. There's a little dash of comedy in there, right? Um, yeah. It takes place in a modern American city. God, I gotta start using more of these, to be honest, but what are you gonna do? Okay, protagonist is going to be a charismatic criminal. The antagonist in my book is technically he's like a mobster, right? So, thieves or killers, yeah, yeah. There's a couple of them there, right? Supporting characters, there is a femme fatale. Mm-hmm. Technically, there's a sidekick, right? Themes and events. Okay. Well, I just write this way because I grew up on Tarantino and Guy Ritchie, and I love it. All right. It is a bit of a crime and a necessity. Antagonist is kind of pulled back in. Yeah. I mean, you guys will just have to read the book, but like, yeah. And there's sort of like a bank robbery, like a heist type vibe, you know? And then at the end, I don't want to spoil the book, so we're gonna try something, a little bit different than what the book goes. Yeah, that works. Yes, yes, yes. Good. We need a little bit more supporting characters here, don't we? Need a little bit of supporting characters. We could do like a mentor type situation. No, because we're gonna have a lot of gang members here. Yeah, so let's focus more on themes and events. I guess crime and necessity. And I can say there's a little bit of sauce in there, but like, we could say like a little bit of spice, right? We could say there's pretty vivid violence. Sure. This is a very busy script. Wow. All right. All right. All right. So we need some better settings too, guys. Like we got to get some better settings going on. Like what else do we got going on here? Horror modern American town with a daring adventurer. Horror Wild West cowboy. Detective Tropic Island farm girl. Adventure Fantasy Kingdom daring adventurer. I mean, sure. Right? Walter, maybe you could try that. And then Horde Wild West Cowboy. What is it up against? Like a Wendigo? Horror doesn't have to be monsters. Horror can be a bunch of different things. It could be atmospheric horror. It could be like you get trapped in the wilderness in the past in the snow, and you have to like eat your friend's leg in order to survive. That's a bit more drama horror, but it has like those shock elements to it. Yeah. Good job, Rotten Fates. That's at 100% still? Well, I mean... I think I'm shortchanging myself here, but... Let's try it just with our studio. Or our theaters, sorry. So I'm wondering if I should pay off this loan. I think we're going to pay off this loan after Rotten Fates, right? So that way it's not hanging over us like a knife blade, because then we'll have 3 movies in the pipe. We got 3 more being written. Yeah. My contract is up. I'd like to keep working with you. 13,000. He's got 11 years of seniority. It's that time of year. Protection from police raids. Okay. You know, I mean, I guess there's stuff that we could be doing in here. Like, do we need every one of these to be working on reputation? No, probably not. We're just gonna do this again. Good job, Vincent. Now a 4-9 writer. That went a lot higher. I mean, no, dude. So, but here, tell you what. Oh, did he quit? Johnny is 14 years of seniority. Oh, did Vincent quit? Yeah, looks like he did. All right. Woodrow, I like you, but you are a because you have all the things that I like, and you're a phenomenon, but you're capped. You know, you are capped, dude. That's not really the best use of that. Yeah. Man, we'll keep you. Alright. One in 5. Shout is coming out, which is great. It does drop down. Boone got himself leveled up. Oh, because we shot key scenes only. Oh. So it does hurt. Yeah. Emma. Lewis. High quality. Medium quality. Medium. Alright. And it is what it is. It is what it is. That's fine. Rotten Fates. I mean, I made $5,000 on it. There's really no point of continuing this, even though I don't have another movie yet. I mean, we could do like like an incredibly limited run. Right? Because what does it hurt? I have these theaters, and then other people can go and rent my theaters if they need to at this point. And like, if I get a couple thousand more, then it is what it is. Right? So cost needs to be 0. Yeah. Why not? I mean, we don't have anything else, you know? A saber in the sleeve. Okay. With stale story elements, the protagonist's dreams are crushed. Okay. Well, I didn't write this, so... Just, I don't know, shelve this one. And then who's not writing something? Owen Short is a 4-6. No thanks. Detective, Caribbean, romance, cowboy, Civil War. Okay. 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 Oh. Walter, start working on that one. Harry Malone. Oh no, Harry. Sorry. Vivian has lost protection. Oh, why was I still protecting her? Huh. Okay, A Normal Man, starring Jason Statham. Drops down because I did the quiche. I was trying to save money. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that happens. Alright. It's fun. Now we know. Keep dry. Let's... Thriller, drama, horror, Wild West, cowboy with an evil witch. It's not bad. It's pretty easy. We'll shelve that for now. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a part here. When we come back, we're going to keep plugging along. Yes, and we're going to keep you on for $4,000 a month. Woodrow is a 4-7 producer. No thanks. Yeah, we're going to call it a part here, guys. When I come back, we're going to keep plugging along, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, I see you then. Hopefully, you guys are still enjoying. Thanks so much for being here. I love you all. Catch you later. Bye.